Good morning. I'm Rev Michelle Arellano. Welcome to Centers for Spiritual Living, Rogue Valley. I am filling in today for Rev Kimberly, who is taking a well-deserved vacation. She's such a joy, and we miss her, and we know that she'll be back next week, and we hope she's having a wonderful time. Centers for Spiritual Living is a empowering teaching that welcomes everyone, no matter where you're at on your journey. You're welcome, and we are a teaching that believes in our unlimited possibilities of who we are as creators in this world, and that our thoughts create our reality. So welcome to our Sunday service today. I'm excited to be with you. We have a wonderful crew here with us today that's supporting us, that really make this service happen, and I'm so incredibly grateful to be with them today. And we have our beautiful practitioner, Laura Stewart, who will be doing the prayer, and she'll be doing another reading treatment after the prayer. So thank you. Enjoy the service, and I'd like to turn it over to our musicians now, who Heather Hutton, we'd love to welcome her back, and Richard. They are here to bring beautiful music into the service and set the stage for our morning. Thank you.
We are opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the One. We are opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the One. We are opening, we are opening, we are opening, we are opening. We are rising up like a phoenix from the fire. Brothers and sisters, spread your wings and fly higher. We are rising up like a phoenix from the fire. Brothers and sisters, spread your wings and fly higher. We are rising up. We are rising up. We are rising up. We are rising up. We are rising up like a phoenix from the fire. Brothers and sisters, spread your wings and fly higher. We are rising up like a phoenix from the fire. Brothers and sisters, spread your wings and fly higher. We are rising up. We are rising up. We are rising up. We are rising up.
Now I'd like to introduce our beautiful practitioner, Laura Stewart.
Good morning. I invite everyone to just still your mind, relax your body, and trust that you're exactly where you're supposed to be right now. That we all are here to shine our light and our love on the service today. Each of us receiving exactly what we're meant to receive and sharing what we're meant to share, knowing that it is all in perfect divine right order. As we live from this place, I know that we are all divinely guided, spiritually fed by everything that we see and experience this morning. And for this, I'm incredibly grateful, and so it is. There is only one power, just one life, one divine spirit in and through as everything. There is only one light and divine energy which fuels all and sustains all of life. All that is seen and all that is beyond our senses, it is this one life which is living through everything. It is forever flowing all of life. This divine and powerful spirit of love and light, this includes me. I am completely made of this one infinite power, this one light, this one divine love. In and through all of who I am, Spirit is having its way, speaking its word, doing its work. As this is the absolute truth of myself, I know deep down into the core of my being that this is the same truth of my beloved local community and my spiritual community. Spirit divine is moving through and as Southern Oregon and Centers for Spiritual Living Rogue Valley in every feeling, every experience, every word and action that is being expressed and experienced. Right now, in this infinite now, I speak this truth, blossoming and opening even deeper in our community. Right now, I know that we are moving through the fear, moving through the chaos, moving through the sensations of our body, and moving from the fires that surrounded us. This is the time of clearing and cleaning and renewal. This is a time of deep peace, which is always, always, always at the center and the core of who and what we are. This is the time of renewal of faith. Faith that Spirit is guiding, loving, protecting each and every one of us always. Spirit has got our back. Spirit is clearing the way. Spirit is making our path clear as we move forward. Spirit is all around us, expressing itself in the love, support, and kind people and situations that we find ourselves in. Our community is continuously held and supported by this Spirit of the divine. I know this same peace within us is calling to all parts of ourselves to calm, level, and cool down as all of our systems are returning to serenity, like a clear and cool pool of water. Spirit is the earth below conforming to the water. The water is conforming to Spirit. This is where they merge and hold each other. Blissful stillness is returning in the moments and the hours and the days until we are at peace with what is. This is happening even now as I speak these words. Beyond space and time, there is one consciousness which hears this prayer and is already making it coalesce from the ethers to the reality of our community. The law of love is bringing this forward, and it makes manifest this prayer and all that is below, above, and beyond these words. I am grateful for this shift in consciousness that's taking place within myself and all who hear my word. Moving forward, I know that we will live our lives from a higher consciousness of love and of power, of faith, truth, and conviction. For we know who we are and we know what our source is. I am grateful to know that all is well and all will be well. Knowing this prayer is already being made manifest in reality, there is no more to do or say, only to let go into the allness of being. So I release my word into the love of pure Spirit and the action of the law, knowing that it is done, it is true, all is well, and together we say, and so it is.
Well, it's a pleasure to share a song by Jen Ambrose. It's called Rise Up Together. Some of you know Jen. She's a local musician and a wonderful human being. So here's her song, Rise Up Together. We are strong, we are bold, we are wild, we are free, like the swift flowing river, like the redwood tree. We are strong, we are bold, we are wild, we are free, like the high flying eagle, like the deep blue sea. Rise up, Come on and rise up, our people. Rise up, together we must make our stand. Rise up, our people. Hey, rise up, together now. Rise up, together we must make our stand. Now is the moment to reclaim our lives from this apathy, from this mortal strife. Lord, break the chains that bind our hearts. Right here, right now is the moment to start. We must rise up. Come on and rise up, our people. Rise up, together we must make our stand. Hey, rise up, our people. Rise up, together now. Rise up, together we must make our stand. We, the people of this planet Earth, to a new world we are giving birth. We've got the power of the cycles and the power to change. From the ashes of the old we return again. Hey! Rise up, come on and rise up, our people. Hey! Rise up, together we must make our stand. Rise up, our people. Rise up, together now. Rise up, together we must make our stand. Alone we are defeated, so together unite. It is the strength of our numbers with which we fight. No more oppression, no more greed, no more. It is the life of our beings we are fighting for. For the life of our beings we are fighting for. The life of our beings we are fighting for. Come on and rise up. Come on and rise up, our people. Hey! Rise up, together we must make our stand. Hey! Rise up, our people. Rise up, together now. Rise up, together we must make our stand.
Wow, that was beautiful. Thank you, Heather and Richard. Rise up. That fits the talk perfectly. I think between Laura's beautiful opening prayer and Heather and Richard's song, it pretty much sums up the talk, so we could go home now. But I still have a lot to say. My talk title today is Rising from the Ashes, and the quote that emphasizes that is from Desmond Tutu, which is, "Hope is being able to see that there is light despite all the darkness." And our valley has been through so much. This world has been through so much this year. 2020 has hit us in a big way. And it's a lot for us to process between COVID-19 and the social unrest and the political unrest, and now the fires that have swept through our valley. So many people affected. We have really felt that here, and even if we haven't been directly affected, we know somebody that is affected. And in our valley for the entire week, there was smoke, and you could just feel this sorrow of so much loss and so much devastation. I drove for the first time through Talent and Phoenix yesterday, and my heart just went out to all the people that are victims of this. And it's been incredibly hard processing with my team this week. We had some really great conversations and really taking the time and space for us to feel all of our feelings right now. It can be so overwhelming that we just keep moving through life, and I felt myself doing that. At first, when I heard about the fires, I was dumbfounded and I was overwhelmed, and I didn't really know what to do. And what the first thing that came to my heart, help. And I think the majority of the people in this valley have felt that way. I have never seen so many people step up to help in such a big and powerful way, drop off places all over the community for all of the population, and food and clothing and outreach. And it's really been amazing to see that. So by day 3, after all my helping or doing what I could with what I had, I slowed down and I felt the sorrow of the valley. I felt the energy, and I allowed myself to feel it all. I allowed myself to slow down. I allowed myself to have a good cry. And I probably need to do that at least once a week now. But I want to invite everybody to take that time and space for yourself to go in and allow yourself to feel. Because it is so important as we move through the ashes and we rise up that we feel all of our feelings. And we rise up more beautiful than we've ever been before. And we rise up together. And so that's a lot of what I'm going to be talking about today. One of my favorite teachers is Pema Chodron, and the book that I'm going to quote some of my quotes from today is called Welcome the Unwelcome, Welcoming the Unwelcome, which is very appropriate for these times right now. Pema is a American-born Buddhist nun. She is a beloved spiritual teacher, a best-selling author of over 20 books, and a resident teacher at Gampo Abbey Monastery in Nova Scotia. What I love about Pema is she is very much about fierce compassion and a spiritual warrior. And I feel that that's what we're all being called to do and be right now. One of the quotes from Pema is, the time we live in is fertile ground for training and being open-minded and open-hearted. If we can learn to hold this falling apartness without polarizing and without becoming a fundamentalist, then whatever we do today will have a positive effect in the future. Another quote from Pema, when our bubble bursts, we can recognize that we are walking through a very important doorway. Then we can experience and experiment with it hanging out on the other side of that doorway. We can learn to relax there. We've gone through a lot of doorways in 2020, and it's a new day every day. I was sharing with a friend last night. I saw some pictures last year at this time, and life was so different then. And I told her that, and I said, and it won't ever be the same. And she said, oh, that's so sad. I'm like, it's not sad for me. It's actually, there's sadness in it, but I'm a new person. I'm not the same person that I was before going through these doorways. And my year started with losing my niece the end of last year and going through a pretty intense accident, to moving into COVID, to everything else that's going on in the world. And what I have found, who I am today is a different person, but I love who I am today more than I've ever loved myself before. And I think that these kind of challenges provide us insight and opportunity of moving out of our bubbles and into a new space that for me has given me greater gratitude than I've ever had in my life before. And a strength, a deeper strength and perseverance. Another quote from Pema that I want to read. It's from her chapter in the book, Welcoming the Unwelcome. Experiencing Nowness is the name of the chapter. Whenever we are between here and there, whenever one thing has ended and we're waiting for the next thing to begin, whenever we're tempted to distract ourselves or look for an escape route, we can instead let ourselves be open, curious, tentative, and vulnerable. that about sums it up for me. That continuing to open my heart. And I think that that's something that we're all called to do right now, is to continue to feel it all, and to open our hearts. There's a surrender and a vulnerability in that, and a trust in moving in new spaces that know that we know, and like what Laura spoke about so beautifully in her treatment, that God's got us every single step of the way, every moment, every breath, everything that's going on in this world. God's got us. By the grace of God we go. So like our music today, like the phoenix rising from the ashes, our soul rises through adversity. The phoenix, in times of doubt and confusion, it symbolizes strength, transformation, and renewal. For only from the ashes of who we were, we can rise up to become who we're to be. I'm going to read that one more time. Like the phoenix rising from the ashes, our soul rises through adversity. The phoenix, in times of doubt and confusion, it symbolizes strength, transformation, and renewal. For only from the ashes of who we were can we rise up to become who we're to be. That's pretty awesome. And it is. I mean, we are still rising through those ashes right now. We are still in a place of getting our bearings and rallying together and rebuilding our beautiful community, and building it more beautiful than we've ever built it before. What I have found is, through these challenges of 2020, another thing that has kind of distracted me, like what Pima was talking about, is wanting things to be different. So badly wanting things to be different, and wanting this pandemic to be over. Oh, it's going to be over here, and then I'm going to do this, or it's going to be in the fall. And you know, we are still in the midst of a pandemic. And I remember like day 3 after the fires, I came up for air, and I was thinking about the expo and social distancing, and I was like, oh my gosh, we're still in a pandemic. Like, it totally kind of left me, because there's so many different things that we're working through right now emotionally. And what I have found in going in and taking time and space and surrendering again and again and again and bringing in my spiritual practices is that wanting it to be different, I'm holding on, and I'm not living life. I'm not allowing life to live, because I keep wishing that it was different. So I'm really not in that now. And when I wish things to be different, I lose sight of being present and of all the beauty that's in front of me right now, that's before me, that the miracles that are happening, the beauty of people reaching out and supporting each other, the fall and the colors of the fall right now. We have this crisp, beautiful day today. The people that I love more than anything, those people I have been closer to this year than I have ever been before, because I don't take it for granted anymore. I just don't take life for granted anymore. And I think a lot of us are feeling that right now, that those things that matter to us most are what we're keeping closest to ourselves. There's a quote from Buddha: "Be where you are, otherwise you will miss your life." That's been a big one for me. I want to share a quick story with you. After the pandemic hit, after the first of the year, I was worrying and waking up in the middle of the night and worrying about myself and my family and my neighbors and my community and the world. And 3 a.m, I thought, okay, I'm just going to meditate, and I'm going to go in and find some peace. And when I went in, I just heard my higher self, my ancestor, somebody was talking to me, my beautiful Brittany watching over me, but this voice asked me, what do you want right now? And I said, I want to live, and I want to experience life. And I heard this voice, this inner voice say, and what do you want going forward? And it was like, it was more than what I want. It was this deeper sense of how I wanted to show up and what I wanted to give and what my purpose was and how I wanted to move through things. I felt all these different pieces of it. And what I came to is I want to live full out every day and every moment to the best of my ability and appreciate the blessings that this life has given me. And there was a shift that took place after this experience, and I went into prayer, and there was this greater knowing that the juiciness of life is here all the time when I see it, and I've got it like now, I'm crying a little bit, and that's feeling all the feelings and my heart overflowing. What I tell most people when I move into my talks is that when my heart overflows, my eyes leak. And so I just let my eyes leak now, and I'm totally okay with it. But my heart is overflowing. And what I've realized is that every day I have a chance to be blessed, and every day I have a chance to be a blessing. And one of my favorite quotes that I'm really holding on to is Maya Angelou of, do the best you can, and when you know better, do better. And so I can wrap myself around that, because I have tripped and stumbled and been on my knees, and I get up and I do better. And so with this life right now is, how can I be a blessing and how can I be blessed? At the same time of allowing myself to feel everything, to hold the light and to hold the darkness. Those two are a part of who we are. We are both. And hold the sorrow and hold the joy. And Rumi talks about we go as high as we go deep. There's this part of life that these experiences bring to us that allows us to feel more intensely than we've ever felt before because of our experiences. And it's showing all of us globally that right now. It's showing all of us the transformation. And to take the time to go inner right now, even when it hurts and even when it's hard, is so imperative, I think, for each of us, because when we go inner and we feel all of our feelings and we allow ourselves to be all of who we are, and accept all of who we are, we can go out into the world and accept the world as it is. We first go inner, and then we go outer. Like the Dalai Lama talks about, first peace inside, and then you take peace to your family and your community, and then you take peace to the world. And I believe that that's our work right now. We still have a lot of political unrest in this world. We still have a lot of social unrest in this world. And it provides us all an opportunity to pray and to send love and to be an instrument of that peace and that love. Because when we are each that, the world shifts. It starts inside. It starts inside of each of us. Another challenge that we've had recently is we've lost a true hero. Ruth Bader Ginsburg, our Associate Justice of the Supreme Court. I could do an hour talk just on her, and I've got about 5 minutes left. So I am just going to sum up what a hero she was. She truly made an incredible difference, especially for women's rights. She continued to rise from the ashes and never gave up all the way until her last breath of asking people to vote. And she was fierce and a true hero. May she rest in peace and power. And one of the talks that I was listening to, she was speaking about a quote that she heard spoke about from Martin Luther King. The arc of the moral universe is long, but it bends towards justice. The arc of the moral universe is long, but it bends towards justice. That gives me hope. That gives me big hope. And speaking of another great is Martin Luther King Jr., who is such a beautiful example of moving through the ashes and rising to love and peace and power, in fighting for the equal rights of all of us. And one of Martin Luther King's quotes is, "Only in the darkness can you see the stars. Darkness cannot drive out darkness. Only light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate. Only love can do that." That's one of my favorites. And love, I think, even for me, who, like, this is my life being a minister, I question things sometimes when it gets so hard. I'm like, okay, God, like, I don't understand right now, and I'm having a hard time with this, but I know it'll come to me in a couple days. I just need a moment here. But love trumps everything. Like, love is all powerful, all infinite, all knowing. Love is the answer. Love is always the answer. No matter what the question is, love is the answer. And so with that, I'm going to wrap it up, and I just want to thank each person who's watching today. I want to thank this amazing, beautiful crew here that makes this service happen, and this teaching that empowers us to see love beyond current circumstances, to know that love is always there and that we are divine spiritual beings, all love, all power, and all light. We are infinite. We are the cosmos, and to remember that during these times. And another quote, outwardly there is chaos. Inwardly a new world is stirring. Listen to the heartbeat of the new. And then a quote from Brene Brown, wholeheartedness captures the essence of the fully examined life and the liberated heart, one that is free and vulnerable enough to love and be loved, and a heart that is equally free and vulnerable to be broken and hurt. Brene Brown, Dare to Lead. And in the midst of change, we often discover wings that we never knew that we had. I bless you. I love you. And I know you are everything that you are looking for. You are beautiful. You are divine beings in all ways, in light, in dark, in victory, in challenge, in love, and in fear, in peace, in unrest. You are always an infinite being, full love, full light, beautiful, bright, and bold, and all of that. And that's what makes us so special. We would not know the light if we didn't have the darkness. We wouldn't know the love without the fear. We are all that. We are a mix. And that's what makes us so beautiful as divine godlings, beautiful divine beings. Mother, Father, God is in each one of us. And so let's go into a moment of prayer. Knowing that it is all God, that it is all light, that it is all now. I send out love and grace and peace and light to all of those affected by the fires, all of those that are struggling in life now. I just send the balm of the divine just to cover them in love and light and warmth. And knowing that it is all God, we are all that. We are the dark, we are the light, we are the beauty, we are the adversity, we are infinite beings, and we are blessings, and we are blessed. And as we walk through the day, we continue to be that light and to send that light out into the world. Right now, there is so much for us to see that is a call to prayer. And as we send love, and as we are love, and we know the love inside, we send that outside to the world, knowing that it is good, it is God, we are blessed, and it is now. And as we rise from the ashes, we continue to grow and to be the beautiful beings that we are as we spread our wings and fly. I know it is good. I know it is God, and I know that we are healing. Thank you, God. Thank you, light. Thank you, love. I release this into the universe, knowing that it is good. And together we say, and so it is. I'd like to hand it back over to our amazing musicians, Heather and Richard. Thank you.
Thank you, Reverend Michelle. Thank you, Spirit. This song came through me a couple months ago. It's called You Know the Way. You know the way to God. You know the way to God. There is beauty everywhere and so much light. Why fight it anymore? Let it go. Let it in and begin again right now. You know the way to love. You know the way to love. There is beauty everywhere and so much light. Why fight it anymore? Let it go. Let it in and begin again right now. You know the way to joy. You know the way to joy. There is beauty everywhere and so much light. Why fight it anymore? Let it go, let it in and begin again. Let it go, let it in and begin again. Let it go, let it in and begin again right now.
Beautiful. Thank you, Heather Hutton and Richard Williams. Let it go and begin again. How perfect is that? Now is time for our offering affirmation. So we have ways to give on our website, cslroguevalley.org. You can hit the donate button. Also, mail-in donations are welcome and accepted. P.O. Box 1458, Medford, Oregon, 97501. And so hold in your heart your offering, or your blessing, or your beautiful light that you're sending into the world. And know this affirmation with me. Divine love as me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, and all that I circulate. pressed down, shaken together, and running over. And so it is. There's also a donate button on our Facebook page. And another brief announcement is our morning spiritual practices. We have calls on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and now Thursday evening call as well. To keep informed of all events, sign up for our newsletter on our Facebook page under our email sign up. Now I'd like to move back to Heather and Richard for our closing song.
So this song is by Michael Stillwater. It's called Breathe. And Michael wrote this song based on the Buddhist breathing practice or meditation, the Tonglen meditation. Many of you know the idea that we're breathing in the suffering or the emotion, the pain that we are wanting to transmute, and we're breathing out the all is well, the feeling of all is well. So here's Breathe by Michael Stillwater. Have a beautiful day. Breathe in the pain. Breathe on out the love. Let my heart be a place where this world is changed forever. Breathe in the pain. Breathe on out the love. Let my heart be a place where this world is changed forever. There is a way my spirit can pray for the peace of everyone. With every breath I take, my heart is learning to make the will of love be done. So I breathe in the pain. Breathe on out the love. Let my heart be a place where this world is changed forever. Breathe in the pain. Breathe on out the love. Let my heart be a place where this world is changed. Let my heart be a place where this world is changed. Let my heart be a place where this world is changed forever.
Thank you, Heather and Richard. That was a prayer. That was absolutely beautiful. Thank you so much. So knowing that as we move out into the world that we are that we seek, and we are the light, we are divine, infinite beings, we are the cosmos in expression, we are divine beings in this quirky human experience, and we are blessed. Knowing that it is all God, and by the grace of God we walk, we go, and we continue to transform and rise from the ashes. It is love, it is now, and I let this go into the universe, saying, have a blessed week. And so it is, and so it is. Thank you.